Explained. Season 3, Episode 16. The One with the Morning After. This is Friends, Season 3, Episode 16. Last episode, Ross and Rachel had a massive fight over her career at Bloomingdale's. Rachel said they needed a break. Ross went out drinking, heard Mark's voice at Rachel's place, assumed the worst, and ended up sleeping with Chloe from the copy shop. Now it's the morning after, and Rachel has left a message saying she wants to work things out. She has no idea what Ross did.
This episode opens with maybe the most brutal cold open in sitcom history. Ross wakes up the morning after sleeping with Chloe from the copy shop, and she's still in his apartment. Then he hears Rachel's voice on the answering machine. She loves him. She wants to fix things, and she's on her way over right now.
And Rachel is completely sincere. She spent the whole night regretting the fight, she's ready to make it work, and Ross is literally shoving Chloe behind his front door as Rachel walks in. He hides the woman he slept with behind the door while his girlfriend is standing right there wanting to start over.
Rachel wants to get back together, he agrees, and Chloe is just standing behind the door the entire time. Then he goes straight to Joey and Chandler to tell them what happened.
At least he's honest with his friends. But their advice is to bury it. Chandler's position is that your deathbed is the appropriate time for this kind of confession, which is genuinely terrible. You'd think your best friends would at least push you to come clean.
Joey brings up the trail, the chain of people between the person you slept with and the person you're hiding it from. Chloe told her coworker Isaac, Isaac told his sister Jasmine, Jasmine works with Phoebe, and Phoebe is best friends with Rachel. Every single link in that chain is a liability.
And every person in that chain already knows. Ross races through trying to shut it down, gets Jasmine to promise silence, and she casually mentions she already told her roommate, who happens to be Gunther.
Ross sprints to Central Perk. Way too late.
Of course. Best day of Gunther's life. Meanwhile, Monica and Phoebe have been trying this infomercial waxing kit called Waxine and screaming in agony. Joey and Chandler come to check on them, and before they can leave the bedroom, Rachel storms into the apartment with Ross right on her heels. All four of them trapped in Monica's bedroom.
Can you imagine? The worst fight of the entire series is happening 10 feet away, and they cannot leave. Ross throws Chandler and Joey under the bus mid-argument. It comes out that they're the ones who convinced him to keep quiet, and Chandler's response is to barricade the door with wax strips.
Rachel is gutted she had to hear about all of this from Gunther instead of Ross. Then it accidentally comes out that Chloe was still in his apartment when Rachel came over that morning.
Why does that hit so much harder?
Because Chloe was hiding there while Rachel was saying she loved him and wanted to try again. That's not just one betrayal, it's a second one stacked right on top of the first. The cheating alone is bad enough, but the cover-up while she's pouring her heart out is what makes it unforgivable.
Then comes the argument that haunts this entire show. Whether a break means a breakup. Rachel's position is that a break is not permission to sleep with someone else hours later, and you don't get to excuse it on a technicality.
Does the technicality even matter? He's basically claiming the fine print of their fight gave him permission to sleep with someone else the same night. Even if he's technically right, it makes him look worse, not better.
By 3 in the morning, Ross makes one last attempt. Gets on his knees, desperate. Can't imagine his life without her. Most vulnerable he's ever been. Rachel is crying too because she used to see him as someone who would never hurt her.
And now she can't stop picturing him with someone else. No anger left, just sadness. The trust is gone, and she knows it's not coming back.
The friends finally come out of the bedroom. Rachel is asleep on the couch. Ross is gone. And Joey, who's been trapped in that room for hours, just announces he really has to pee. Perfect release after the heaviest stretch this show has ever done.
Only laugh in the last 20 minutes of the episode, and you need it. This is the episode that splits Friends into before and after. Everything going forward traces back to this night.
Ross and Rachel's breakup is final. Group fallout hasn't started yet. Gunther's role as informant established.